Thank you. Welcome to Thursday Night Football with Calvin Dean, sponsored by the NFL Network. Oh, do we have an exciting third week in the NFL? Oh, it's going to be exciting. And last week, if you were listening to my podcast last week, actually you can go back and listen to it. I went 14-2 on picks. 14-2, people. 14-2. And if New England scores, I'd be 15-1. My lock game of last week, my lock was Indianapolis over Minnesota. That was my lock. And there was a lot of people. I didn't hear one person saying Indianapolis was going to win that game, except me. Anyway, it's going to be an exciting third week. Thank you for tuning in. Tonight's contest, we have the Miami Dolphins 0-2 against the Jacksonville Jags. In Jacksonville, 1-1. Whoa, we have Minshew. We have Fitzpatrick. Whoa, what? We have the veteran against the second-year rookie. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting game. The Jags have all heart. I was predicting them to go 0-16 or 1-15 or something like that. And they really surprised me. And they're playing well. And hats off to them. They're probably going, why did we get rid of Leonard Fournette? Oh no. Oh. Anyway. But we have the Miami Dolphins on the other side. Whew, I don't know what to tell you. I just, they're 0-2. They fight hard. We got Fitzy, we got Parker, Howard. I'm telling you, this Miami Dolphin team led by Mr. Fitzpatrick, who is just this old pro. The guy just comes through. And it's going to be a tough game to call. It's at home, Jacksonville. I think the Dolphins are going to win this game. Yes, I'm giving this to the Dolphins, the visitors coming in to Jacksonville. And it's going to be a very exciting game. Guys, this is, even though it's an 0-2 and 1-1 team, and, after this game, they're going to be both 1-2. But, it's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be an exciting game. It's going to a lot of fun, that game. Okay, the next game is going to be on Sunday, of course, and it's the Texans going into the Steel City. Oh wow, what a game! 0-2 Texans. Wow, but who made their schedule? Think about it. Who made their schedule? They just run into for one buzzsaw after another. Wow, I feel sorry for them. KC, Baltimore, and the Steelers. Who has it out against the Houston Texans? That schedule. Are you kidding me? And they're going into the Steelers, and they're riding high with Ben, and this is going to be a nightmare game. You're going to see people get hits and that Steeler defense. But, you have Watson and you have, all those weapons on the Houston team. And then, you can't Connors and, Juju. Wow, this is going to be an exciting game. I really think, you're going to think, oh, maybe the Steelers are going to, knock them out and, it's going to be a defensive game. I think it's going to be an exciting game. It would probably be the under, but if the under's 50, it would be something like that. But I think the Texans are going to end up winning this game, and I'm giving it to the Texans going in and beating the Steelers, and in Steeltown itself. So, hats off. Next game, the Bengals against the Eagles. Oh, both 0-2. Ugly. The Bengals are, I mean, Burrows is just amazing. I think this game is going to be a high-scoring game, very high-scoring. Carson Wentz comes back this game and he just runs a 2-minute drill to perfection, and they beat the Bengals at home. And the Eagles will be again looking to really catch the Cowboys, because I think the Cowboys will win that division. But, the Cowboys got lucky, 40-39 against the Atlanta Falcons. I don't know. I just see the Eagles beating the Bengals. Burrows, hats off. The kid is just playing lights out. But if he's playing like this, he's running and he's diving like Andrew Luck used to do. And you know what happened to Andrew Luck? This cut his career short. And if Burrows keeps playing like this, his career is going to be cut short. That's for sure. It's going to be an exciting game. I'm giving this one to the Eagles at home. We have the San Francisco 49ers going into New York. Wow. All the injuries on both teams. The top defensive player and the top offensive player getting hurt last week. And, Nick Bosa and Barkley. I mean, wow. That's devastating to both teams. And, New York Giants, their offensive line, still without Bosa, San Fran, they're deep. They got a deep team. You're gonna see the San Francisco 49ers going in to New York, and they're going to beat the New York Giants. And I'm sorry, Giants will be 0-3 after this game. Because it's just, if the Giants had any type of offense, which Daniel Jones had the lowest quarterback rating in football last week. He was like 69, and I just don't see it happening with the Giants this season. Especially after Barkley gone down. It's what happens. That's football. That's why they get paid the way they get paid. That's for sure. The next game, the Raiders 2-0 against the Patriots, going into Foxborough. Wow. And meeting Belichick, Cam Newton, Edelman. Oh, I mean, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to watch. That's going to be another fun game to watch. And I predicted the Las Vegas Raiders to beat the Saints this last Monday night. I called that game. And I'm telling you, the Raiders are for real this year. They are for real. And the Patriots, they're good. Trust me, they almost won the last game. They almost won, guys. But on the other hand, the Raiders are really looking good. I mean, they look great. Waller and Jacobs and Carr, and then you have Henry Ruggs the third going deep, and it just opens up, the field. When you have a guy going deep like that, you gotta go with him, and then the safety's gone, and then that just opens up the field. That's why you have a Henry Ruggs the third on your team. Man, it just does, and that's what happened to the Minnesota Vikings this year. They got rid of Diggs. And what happens? Their passing attack stinks. Why? He opened up the field. He took a safety and a corner with him all the time. So you have two guys going with it. Someone's going to be open. And Cousins had a field day. And all the other receivers, Thielen. But Thielen's not doing too well right now, is he? Why? Because they don't have Mr. Diggs. Anyway, getting back to the Las Vegas Raiders going into the New England Patriots. Wow, this is a tough game. New England almost pulls it out against Seattle. I called it. That was my only other game that I had lost that weekend. I see the Raiders. Call it an upset. I see the Raiders beating New England in this game. I really do. I think the Raiders are on fire. I really believe in the Raiders this year. They're a surprising, wow team, And then you got The Titans 2-0 and the Vikings 0-2. Wow. The Vikings 0-2. They had a tough schedule too, but the thing is that, the Tennessee Titans going into Minnesota, I just don't see the Minnesota Vikings laying down in this game. I think they're going to come back, and Cooks is going to have a huge game, and I think it's going to be an exciting game, maybe a high-scoring game. Oh, yeah, let's go with that. High-scoring game. I like that. And I'm going to give it to Minnesota in this one, at home, beating the Titans. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun game to watch. The next game, we have the Washington football team 1-1 against the Browns 1-1. Now, the Browns, wow, they look great last Thursday night against the Bengals. I mean, Baker Mayfield came to life, especially OBJ. Wow. That was an exciting game for, Browns fans. And now the Minnesota, the Washington football team their emblem, the W, looks like a college team. Anyway, it's funny. It's just, if you look at it, it looks, you just see a W. Wow. Anyway, the Washington football defense is just, it's great, but I see the Browns in this one. Browns are going to pull it out. Browns are definitely going to turn it on these next coming weeks, and they're going to make a great race to the playoffs this year. And congratulations to the Cleveland Browns beating the Washington football team. The next game, we have the high-flying Los Angeles Rams against the high-flying Buffalo Bills. Oh, this is going to be an exciting game. Aaron Donald, whoa. Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, it just goes on and on. Singletary. And then you have that trio of running backs in Los Angeles, and then you have Woods and Cooper Kupp, and then you have the new surge of Higbee. And Jared Goff looks like the Jared Goff that brought his team to the Super Bowl. Wow, I tell you, this is a dangerous team, this Los Angeles Rams. I'm living in Los Angeles, people, and of course, I'm a little biased, but when I pick my picks, I can't be biased. And I'm from back east, so here you go. We have the Buffalo Bills. When I was a kid, we used to go to Buffalo Bill football games, and those were fun days. But we have a game to call, both 2-0, and this is going to be Buffalo's first test, and same with the Rams. Buffalo Bills, great defense, and the Rams, Aaron Donald, hello. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting game. Both teams playing very well. I'm going to give this to the home team, Buffalo Bills, to give the Rams their first loss of the year. Buffalo will remain 3-0. They will remain undefeated, the Buffalo Bills, after this game. That's for sure. The next game, we have the Chicago Bears, 2-0, going into the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, my God, Atlanta, I feel so sorry for you. I did call the Dallas Cowboys beating you at the last second field goal, which they did. But I never even imagined that it would be like that, where you guys just collapsed, like in the Super Bowl. And that's just got to hurt. And now they go back to Atlanta after scoring 39 points in their last game and losing by 1 point. And then Bears, the Bears are looking good. I mean, it's just like Mitchell Trubisky. He's just, the second half of that Lion game, he came back and, he threw those touchdowns. He's looking good. I'm so surprised. Maybe the whole Nick Foles going in there and scaring the bejesus out of you, it would make you feel better and actually play better. Wow, it's just going to be a tough game. I see the Falcons in this one. I'm going to give this one to the Falcons over the Bears. The Falcons are, they're smart and they've been playing. They're going to play good, but this is such a hard call. The Falcons' defense is just letting people. I'm going to give this to the home team, Falcons, over the Bears. Next game we have the Jacks. Oh my God! It's so devastating, all the injuries last week. And the next game is it's hard to even imagine. You have the Carolina Panthers, who have the number one football player in the NFL, and he goes down with an ACL. And you're 0-2. Wow. McCaffrey, the guy's Superman, and he goes down. That's sad. It's sad. And they're going into Los Angeles SoFi Stadium. I'm giving this to the Chargers. Chargers look great this year. Really look great this year. Bear will be starting because Tyrod Taylor took a little turn for the worse from his injury. I guess the shots they were giving him were hurting his heart. So prayers to Tyrod Taylor and the Los Angeles Chargers. The Los Angeles Chargers in this one, by probably it's going to be a blowout. The Chargers defense is just wow, and I just see it maybe by 3 touchdowns. It's going to be big, and Heber, he's gonna light it up in this game. Watch, it's going to be an exciting game if you're a Los Angeles fan. Okay, next game we have the New York Jets against the Colts. The New York Jets against the Colts. I'm giving this to the Colts. I think the Colts are going to win their division. I am a firm believer of this. I called them against Minnesota last game, and I'm calling them against this. They're at home, Colts by 17. Next game, this is going to be a fun game to watch. You have the Cowboys who came back and scored 40 points, and they're on an all-time high. And the Seattle Seahawks get lucky and beat the New England Patriots when they're on the 1-yard line. It's just, you got to feel for these guys. The Seahawks, Russell Wilson, at home, no fans, and that gives a little bit of hope for Cowboy fans. No fans in Seattle is like a gift. Cowboys on a high. Dak Prescott looked like a world beater last week. And, Russell Wilson is Russell Wilson. It's going to be an exciting game, guys. Exciting game. Seahawks are going to win this game. They're going to pull it out. Last second heroics by Russell Wilson, but it's going to be exciting. High scoring. But Russell Wilson will show everyone why he deserves the credit to be the MVP of the league. Russell Wilson in this one. Hats off to you. You are phenomenal. Next game, where you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after their first win with Mr. Brady last week, looking good. Not great, but there was some plays that I definitely loved, and the dimes that he threw, and so definitely kudos, hats off to them. They're going into the Broncos. The Broncos are limping. Sutton's gone. Their quarterback, Drew Lock. Lindsey's not there. I mean, this is tough. It's tough on the Broncos. That's for sure. And and then they play the Buccaneers, who just won. It's going to be a fun game to watch. I am going to call the Buccaneers in this one. Tom will get his second straight win. And, I'm giving it by 6-7 points. Won't be much, but they're going to win this game. And they're going to find out why they picked Tom Brady, because he's going to pick the defense apart in this game. But it's going to be a fun game to watch. Next game, we have the Lions against the Cardinals in Arizona. The Lions. They should be 1-1 for number one. But the last game, they didn't look too good. So I am looking at the Cardinals. They're just on fire. They're at home. The Cardinals, I'm going to give this to the home team, the Arizona Cardinals, in this one. It's going to be a fun game to watch. You have Stafford, who's just All-American, and you have Kyler Murray, and man, it's going to be a fun game to watch. Really, that will be a fun game to watch. And I'm going to give this to the home team, the Cardinals. Next game, the Sunday night game. This is going to be epic. We have the Packers going into the Saints at home, and it's just wow. Now, Rodgers has just been on fire, and Aaron, wow. Aaron Rodgers, the guy is just lights out. That's for sure, and it's funny, but man, he is that team is just on a roll, and the Saints just got beat. I don't see Saints are 1-1. Packers in this game, they're going to go into New Orleans, and New Orleans is going to lose again. Thomas, they need Thomas back. I don't know if Thomas is going to be back. They just found out last week what it's like without Thomas, and against the Raiders, and they found out that, they need Thomas. And I don't think he's going to be back this week. So, I mean, it's like a 50-50 chance, but I still see Green Bay in this one. Green Bay's been on a high. They're going to continue it. Hats off to Aaron Rodgers. It's like a FU to the Packers GM for drafting a quarterback, the first pick. Oh, yeah. There we go. Next game, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, my God. Monday Night Football. Kansas City Chiefs against the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore. I mean, excitement, and excitement. Both teams are 2-0. The Chiefs, they score last-second field goal. I mean, the guy is just amazing. 2 58-yard field goals. And you have Justin Tucker on the other side, the other kicker from the Ravens, who is just as good. And they have two quarterbacks who are literally the best in the league. I mean, come on. This game doesn't get better than I'm sorry, everyone else. This game is just going to be pure excitement, and the running backs they have, and the wideouts, and oh my God, you can go on and on. Kelsey and Andrews, and wow, this is an exciting game. Very exciting. this is going to be a monster game, guys. Monster game, and it's in Baltimore. So, what I'm thinking, what I'm going to predict, I just, this is so hard to predict. I mean, this is one of the hardest games to really predict. What I'm going to do, I'm going to pick the Baltimore Ravens to win this game. Last second field goal. And it's going to happen. Baltimore Ravens winning at home against the Kansas City Chiefs. Wow. So if you're playing anybody on that game, you're going to score a lot. And the same thing with the Green Bay Packers. If you have whoever you have on their team, you're going to score a lot. Same with the Saints. I would draw away from Drew Brees if Thomas isn't there. Maybe start someone else on that team. And then the Cardinals, Kyler Murray, start. Everyone on that team, start. Stafford, I'd give you a start on this game. I think Stafford will go off that game. The next game, of course, if you have Tom Brady play him, he's going to carve the Broncos defense apart. And then you have the Cowboys and the Seattle Seahawks. That's going to be a high-scoring game. And anyone and everyone on those teams play. And the Jets, stay away from the Jets. And the Colts, yeah, definitely. T.Y. is going to be back. T.Y. Hilton is going to score a few touchdowns. Phillip Rivers is going to just light it up that game. It's going to be an exciting game if you're a Colt fan. The next game, Chargers, Panthers. Chargers defense, that's a good pick for fantasy leagues. Chargers defense in this one, I can see that happening. And then the Chargers are going to score some points. They won't score many points. The kid will have maybe a couple errors, but the Chargers in this one. The Falcons and the Bears, I think that's going to be a good scoring game, high-scoring game. But I'm giving it to the Falcons. Play all of your Falcon team mates, other than the defense. And the next game, is going to be a good game. I think this might be a defensive battle. The Los Angeles Rams going into the Buffalo Bills. I really think that's going to be a defensive battle. I think the Browns will light it up against the Washington football team. Any Brown player, I don't know if Washington football team, they might have a few great plays on defense. They got a great defensive line. But if the Browns don't hold their defensive line, then Mayfield's going to have a rough day. And still they're going to win, but then it might be a low-scoring game if that happens. And then, Minnesota winning their first game of the year against the Tennessee Titans. That's going to be exciting. Play those people. Play Cousins this Sunday. Play Cousins. You'll thank me. And then you have the car attack with the Las Vegas Raiders going into New England, upsetting New England. And then the San Francisco 49ers going into New York and beating them. And the Eagles winning their first game. It's good. That's going to be an exciting game. The Bengals and the Eagles. I think it's going to be high scoring. So play your players from them. The Steelers against the Houston Texans. Man, I think that's going to be an exciting game. I don't think I'd see it being a high scoring game, but I think it'll be a nice, maybe total 56 points or something like that. Total in the 20s. I don't know. So maybe like 28, 24 or something like that. The next game, which is tonight, it's going to be an exciting game. I play those guys, these young kids, flinging the ball around. It's going to be fun to watch. Okay, people, thank you so much. This is Calvin Dean with Thursday Night Football, sponsored by the NFL Network. Have a great night. See you next week.